Critical theory is a way of analysing society that seeks to uncover power structures, social inequalities, and hidden influences in culture, politics, and economics. It goes beyond simply describing how society works by questioning who benefits from certain ideas, rules, and institutions. Critical theorists believe that many aspects of life, including language, media, and education, shape how people think and behave in ways that may reinforce inequality. The goal of critical theory is not just to understand society, but to challenge unfair systems and promote social change. Now let's look at where this theory comes from. Critical theory developed in the early 20th century as a response to traditional ways of studying society. It was influenced by various fields, including philosophy, sociology, and economics. Early critical theorists wanted to go beyond simply studying facts and instead focus on how power and ideology shape people's understanding of reality. Over time, critical theory expanded to include different perspectives, analysing how history, culture, and technology impact social structures. While it has changed and evolved over the years, its main focus remains the same: questioning dominant ideas and promoting a fairer society. Now let's look at some examples of how critical theory is applied. Critical theory is used to examine different areas of life, including media, education, and economics. In media studies, it analyses how movies, news, and advertisements influence people's beliefs and reinforce certain values. In education, it questions how schools shape students' understanding of history, success, and authority. In economics, it investigates how financial systems create and maintain inequality. These are just a few examples of how critical theory can be applied to real-world situations. Now let's look at some strengths of this approach. One strength of critical theory is that it encourages people to think critically about the world around them. Instead of accepting things as they are, it pushes individuals to ask questions about who benefits from certain rules and ideas. Another strength is that it promotes social awareness and the idea that change is possible. By analysing power structures, critical theory helps people understand how systems of inequality develop and how they can be challenged. Lastly, it is flexible and can be applied to different fields, making it a useful tool for understanding history, culture, and politics. However, critical theory is not without its weaknesses. One criticism of critical theory is that it can be overly focused on power and inequality, sometimes overlooking other factors that shape society. While questioning authority is valuable, some argue that critical theory can lead to excessive skepticism, making it difficult to recognise positive aspects of social structures. Another weakness is that it can be complex and difficult to apply in a practical way. Because it involves analysing deep social patterns, it may not always offer clear solutions to problems. Despite these weaknesses, there are alternative approaches to studying society. One alternative to critical theory is structural functionalism, which views society as a system where different parts work together to maintain stability. Instead of focusing on conflict and power struggles, this approach looks at how institutions like government, education, and family contribute to the overall functioning of society. Another alternative is symbolic interactionism, which studies how individuals create meaning through social interactions. These approaches offer different ways of understanding society, showing that there are multiple perspectives in the study of human behaviour and social structures.